Listen, if you are on Facebook, please go ahead and like and share. If you are on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, because on Real Talk with Ellasin, we talk about real issues that impact the community and the church as a whole. And with that being said, we're about to get this show started. Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in with Real Talk with Ellasin, and I am Ellasin. On today's show, we are going to be discussing, actually, you know what, all month we're going to be talking about coaches and the community. And we have a great show for you guys on today. I promise y'all will not be disappointed. But before I go in to bringing on our special guest, y'all know how I do, right? I have to give you some statistics and other things like that. So let me throw this out here. On Real Talk with Ellasin, we support any and everybody. However, August is known as Black Business Month. Yay! So August is known as Black Business Month. And although, we know that we should be celebrating Black businesses all year round, not just one particular month, this is the month that we were given to celebrate. And we're doing that by acknowledging, appreciating, and bringing awareness to Black business owners and their businesses to the community. So being a successful business is not new to Black people, okay? If you guys remember, we had in 1921, there was the Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But what a lot of people didn't know is that they had other communities, like the hot tea community in Durham, North Carolina. They had Jackson Ward in Richmond, Virginia, Brownsville in Chicago, Sweet Auburn in Atlanta, West 9th Street in Little Rock, Arkansas, and Farris Street in Jackson, Mississippi. So I'm telling you, Black people know about successful businesses, right? So I just wanted to bring that out there so that we know that we need to support our community. So these communities that I named, they were all made possible. They were all successful because we went and supported one another. So I just wanted to give you some information about Black business owners, right? So let me give you something about tea, since we're talking about the tea, right? Did you know that studies have shown that a variety of teas may boost your immune system? They can fight off inflammation and even ward off cancer and heart disease. So in my research, I was reading, while some brews provide more healthy advantages than other, there's plenty of evidence that regularly drinking tea can have a lasting impact on wellness. Today, we're not getting into all of that. But what we are going to be talking about is luxury tea. And yes, there is a difference. And my guest will be joining me right after this commercial.
Hi, I'm Sebrina Brown, founder and CEO of Girlfriend's Tea, where we offer magnificent luxury tea with your enjoyment in mind. You can visit us at girlfriendstea.com and click on Shop Now, where you receive delicious flavors such as Uniquely Golden, Unapologetically Berry, The Other Bourbon, and the ever-popular Belle of the Ball. Because ladies, we are all the Belle of the Ball. Thank you for joining me for a cup of tea.
I know that's right. I'm a belle of the ball. So with that being said, I want to bring on none other than Sebrina Brown, CEO and founder of Girlfriend's Tea. Whoop, 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 whoop. Welcome, Sebrina. Welcome. How are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you for having me, Ellasin. Love your show.
Yeah, it's a pleasure having you on. My cheeks are hurting already. I already know the show's going to be fabulous.
Well, I'm gonna let everybody know that I came with my tea and it's
Yes,
chilled. It's chilled.
I've actually chilled some, so it's even good chilled as well. So before we get into the tea, let me ask you this: how did you know you wanted to go into business and tea, and how did you get started?
Well, I'm glad you asked because I'm always open to sharing the story. Pre-COVID, I had a small group of women where we would go out and have lunch together. So it's amazing how God will give you the foundation for what you need. When
Mhm.
COVID happened, as you know, we were all on lockdown. And I said, you know what? It's actually Pastor Ginger. We would go out 2 or 3 times a year. And I said, Ginger, we can't go out to tea. So why don't we have tea via Zoom? So that's how the podcast started. The women that supported me for the luncheons, I said, listen, you all, we can still do the luncheons, but we're going to do them online. And
Mm,
then we just decided to have a tea party online. So the first one was truly just about tea. So everybody
yeah.
showed, their tea layout and talked about what they were drinking. By the second show and onward, I was interviewing guests. So our habit is to always toast the guests at the beginning and at the end.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And so later on in the show, we definitely going to talk about that podcast, right? So I do research. Every time I have a guest on the show, I dig in and I do some research, right? So me being me, I wanted to find out what was the best luxury tea. So I found the best luxury tea is called, and by no means am I Chinese, but I'm going to try. The Hong Poi tea is the best luxury tea, right? And it's found in Wuhai Mountains of Fuji in China, right? So listen to this, you guys. Listen to this. The tea is such a rarity that it's declared a national treasure, right? A national treasure. Sabrina, the tea cost, y'all ready? The tea cost $1.2 million, and that's only for 2.2 pounds. I was blown away. I said 2.2 pounds of tea for $1.2 million. Now I doubt if any of us going out there to spend all that kind of money. So with that being said, you tell us what makes tea a luxury tea.
Well, one of the things, and thank you for that, I want to share that there was a gentleman who visited China and told me about that and just all of the, I guess, I'm going to say the ritual, but all the preparation that goes into tea. I know a friend who pays $200 for a can, and I thought that was a lot. But, when you get to a million, you're really, really a
Yes,
tea. I don't know what that is, a true tea connoisseur. But luxury tea is number one harvested at high altitudes and is normally plucked tea, except for in Japan where they use plowing. And I've been educated somewhat about it via my manufacturer. But the beauty of plucking tea, hand plucking tea, is that the plant is not plowed down and have to be reharvested. You get to keep the plant, but it's in higher altitudes, which means that they're higher in antioxidants. And antioxidants scavenge free radicals from the body cells and prevent or reduce the damage caused by oxidation. So the
wow.
protective effect of antioxidants continues to be studied around the world. So with that being said, that's the beauty of luxury tea. And as
Yeah.
far as the manufacturer that I work with, I'm especially proud that they are extremely, I would say they're extremely attentive to ensuring that there's no foreign matter.
Yeah.
And it's whole leaf tea. Some of it is whole leaf.
I
Mhm.
like that. And you know what? You're enlightening me because I didn't know anything about no hand pluck.
Yeah,
Nothing. Kind of that makes
hand
sense
plucked.
because it's not damaged or anything else like that. So it's in its rarity.
It's in its rarity, but they don't damage the root of it, so they don't have to replow it. So the plant
Mm,
continues to produce on these estates where families live for years. And also, what I like about my manufacturer, as far as helping those who are involved in the tea process, they hire They
Okay.
hire from those in the community. And I think that's awesome.
That is awesome. So what I'm hearing is luxury tea. It has more nutrients and I believe the taste because I love your tea. So I believe it's a richer taste, right?
Yes,
It's a
it's
richer
higher
taste.
in antioxidants for sure. Yes,
Hmm.
and as far as a richer taste, I would say so. It's not
Hmm.
powdered down. You can actually see your ingredients depending upon the tea. Now, rooibos tea is not like hibiscus, huge pieces. And some of the tea is herbal, meaning it doesn't have the root of tea, but it's fruit.
Yeah.
It's fruit. So
Okay.
we call it tea because we're brewing it, but it doesn't have the root of it. I want to recommend a book to everyone. The author is Dr. LaTosha Flowers,
Hmm.
TRX. TRX. Great book.
TRX. All right. Somebody
T
put that in the
T
chat. The
A
name of the book is
TEARX.
put that in the chat. TEARX. That's a T, and that'll let us know about what the different teas and what they do.
Different teas, what they do, and the steeping times. For example, white tea is 1 to 3 minutes, green tea 1 to 3 minutes, but the rooibos tea, which I love, is 45 minutes. So it breaks it all down here. But most people steep tea to their own taste. True tea lovers steep tea to their own taste, but if you steep it too long, it can be bitter.
Mm. All right. So TRX. That's the book to get. I'm a tea lover. I was raised off of tea. All of our kids drink tea. We have this saying that tea makes everything better. And I listen, I'm a firm believer of that. So you guys, if you guys are really tea connoisseurs, get the book that she recommends, TEARX. Okay? So that's good. So, do you feel there are health benefits to drinking tea?
Absolutely. There are many health benefits. I mean, I have a tea called Spearmint Energy, for example, and it has yerba mate. So those studies show that that may be helpful on cholesterol. I had a cholesterol issue, weight loss, the heart, swelling caused by inflammation, and cancer risk. And it also contains ginkgo. And ginkgo tea is made from the leaves of, we know, ginkgo biloba. And we always tell everybody when they're forgetful, you need to get some ginkgo biloba.
Yes. Yeah. So, Sabrina, I heard you say that you had a cholesterol issue. Do you mind sharing a little bit about your health journey?
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity. Well, everyone, I had a TIA, which is a transient ischemic attack, mini stroke. And it
Mm,
wasn't because of something in the head or the something in my head. It was because I saw something in my eyes. But at any rate, the doctors couldn't figure out why. It might be hereditary because of the issues in my family, but I did have high cholesterol. So I changed my diet tremendously and high bad cholesterol, HDL. So I went from 149, a normal range is 50 to 100. I went from 149 to 47 in 6 weeks just by changing my diet. Of course, I was
wow.
drinking tea, but I didn't
Yeah.
think tea was a factor in that. But I
Yeah.
ensured that I ate salmon, healthy fish, and I'm happy about that. Also, I drink 8 glasses of water at minimum and exercised.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you for sharing that because a lot of people didn't know what TIA is. So I'm glad you broke that down as far as, a mini stroke and then changing your habits. And you said you didn't know if tea was a factor, but as you have the book and told us about it, the TRX, we know that it does help lower some cholesterol and do different
Yes,
things like that. So there are benefits to drinking, luxury teas or teas that are good for your health and stuff like that. So thank you for sharing that with us because a good cup of tea once a day keeps the doctor away.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. So tell us about what you're drinking right now. What tea is that?
This is unapologetically berry. I absolutely love it. It does have some hibiscus, but it has elderberries. And who when did we first hear about elderberries? For me, it was during COVID. During
Yes.
COVID, that's all they talked about, boosting our immune system. So elderberry is high in vitamin C, high in antioxidant power, promotes heart health. I'm glad I was already drinking that. Boost your immune system, as I stated, high in fiber, and so many other properties for elderberry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, elderberry is good, hibiscus is good, all that you learn. But your tea you're drinking right now, you can also have it chilled as well as hot.
Yes. I actually
Yeah.
put raw honey in it, of course, when it was hot. And I have some cinnamon, so I love it.
Oh. Okay, so well, you know what? I'm gonna drink mine.
That's right. Cheers.
Cheers. So with you saying that tea, I want to talk a little bit about your sample pack for tea lovers. Right? I have mine. So you have different flavors in it, like uniquely golden. You also have my favorite, one of my favorites, Good Morning Sunshine. And then there's another one called Peppermint Wow. Tell me a little bit about you naming these and your sample pack.
Well, you know what, Ellison? The samples pack was designed for people to try all the flavors and then just order their favorites. Well, 99% of what I sell is a samples pack. People are reordering because they like the variety in it. And I just tasted some of the teas. There are thousands of teas that I could choose from. And I've only tasted maybe 50 of them, but those were the top 10
Only.
that I wanted. Only 50, yes. Only 50, and I'll be tasting
Only.
more because they have at least 1,000 teas that I could choose
Oh my
from.
goodness.
And most manufacturers do. So at any rate, I just decided to, how does this make me feel? So,
Hmm.
golden, it has ginger and turmeric, and we all know about ginger and turmeric. We use it in our cooking. And I said, I just love the yellow color. So I called it uniquely golden. But it turns
Yeah.
red when it really
Yeah.
gets hot because of the turmeric and the beets.
Right. So that's good. So I want to ask you about Bella the Ball, because if I'm not mistaken, that's one of your famous ones. And then you said, after all, ladies, we are like in your commercial, we are Bella of the Ball. And then Bella of the Ball, it's a luxury ingredients of apples, rose hip, orange pieces, hibiscus petals, and natural flavors, antioxidants, right? So
Right,
tell us
right.
a little bit about how do you come up with your names? I know you said that, the color of it, but tell us a little bit about Belle of the Ball.
Well, actually, I named that after the co-host of Girlfriends Tea, Tamika. Tamika has been a tremendous blessing to me, tremendous. And I said, you know what, Tamika, you are the belle of the ball. So
Mm-hmm.
I named it because I love the tea. It was one of my favorites at the time. I've shifted, based upon my taste. But it was actually named after Tamika because when you have someone who's a friend, we're Girlfriends
Uh-huh.
Tea, so we have to
Right.
represent friendship well. You have someone who's a friend who comes alongside you and encourages you. That to me is the belle of the ball. Someone
Yeah.
who's just like in your corner cheering you, and I cheer as well. Now that picture there is spearmint energy.
Spearmint energy. So wait, hold on. Do I have spearmint energy? I'm looking for it. Yep, I got spearmint
Yes,
energy. So it's green mate, lemongrass, spearmint leaves, ginkgo. That's the ginkgo you talked about.
yes,
Ginseng, nettle pieces. I can't pronounce that word. Cornflower and sunflower petals.
yes,
What is
yes.
it? Calendula. So that's spearmint tea. So tell us
Calendula,
a little bit about that.
calendula petals. Well, spearmint energy has yerba mate leaves, and of course, it says that, as I mentioned earlier, that yerba mate may be good for cholesterol, weight loss, the
Mm,
heart, and ginkgo. It has ginkgo too, which is good for helping to improve memory.
okay. All right. So that's good. And then we have another one. That is, which is this one? The
Apple spice divine.
apple spice divine. Yep, got that one too. Apple spice divine. So listen, we are talking to Sebrina from Girlfriends Tea, right? And we are talking about her tea. So the link to her website is scrolling across the screen. If you haven't already, get your sample pack today and enjoy it, right? So, Sebrina, am I right that can we have any of these cold or chilled rather?
Oh, you can have any of them cold if you like them cold. You can have any of the teas cold. Everybody may not like every flavor. I like the other bourbon. Has no alcohol in it. It's robust, very smooth. I like that cold as well. So I'm playing around with them. I actually
Mhm.
will be. I mix something with this version. I actually use a cucumber melon tea to mix with the unapologetically berry.
Huh. So
Mm-hmm.
we had one question. Do you have are any of your teas good for at night to
Yes,
like,
Tranquility Please has chamomile. So chamomile
okay,
is good
hold on,
for taking
tranquility,
the
please.
edge off.
I'm finding tranquility, please. And I
Yes.
have them all spread out over here, so I don't know if I'll be able to find tranquility, please. All right, tell us a little bit about tranquility, please.
Whereas chamomile just helps to relax you, because
Hmm.
that's what people want to do. They want to go to sleep. And that's
Yeah,
the purpose of Tranquility Please. It doesn't, some people say it really does help them to go to sleep. I've heard others say it depends upon the person. It just helps to take the edge off for them so that they
yeah.
can relax.
I mean, well, that's what we want to do, right? We want to
Right.
relax right before, we go to sleep, take a nice sip of tea, the warmness of it going down, the smoothness of it, and just relax. It relaxes your body because so many people, the minute they get into bed, that's when their brain starts, working overtime because they forgot about all the cares of the day, what they got to do tomorrow, and everything else. So, Tranquility Please is the name. All right, y'all see it scrolling across the screen. If you want to order it, go ahead and. Matter of fact, Sebrina, tell us a little bit how much is the pack?
Okay, the samples pack is $20. There's a lot of handwork gone into the samples pack, but it's worth it. It's $20, and you get two pyramid bags of each of the 12 flavors. But I also sell them individually. Once people try them, they can buy them individually. In the individual bags, you'll get 26 pyramid tea bags, and they are $14.99. I have a lot of loose tea, so I will be listing loose tea on my site. So I have a
Okay.
samples pack of loose tea. It would be 3 to 4 flavors.
Okay, so I don't know what you recommend, but listen, y'all can see I came prepared. But this is how I make my tea. It's electric.
Yes, whatever you
And
want
I
to
take
use.
it and I put either the loose tea or the bag of tea in here and let it steep, and it does it all by itself. So this is how I prepare mine. Is there any type of way, any specific way that you think we should prepare it?
Any way that you want. I'm going to buy some tea timers so I can keep up with the ones that are 3 minutes, 1 to 3 minutes, and 4 to 5 minutes. I'll be buying some of those. It's just a timer, like an egg timer, and you can use it for green, white, black tea, etc.
Oh yeah, so that's what's on mine too. Mine has
Mm-hmm.
the green tea, the white tea, the black tea, the peach tea. Yeah, it has all of that on there. So, but you said there's a tea timer if they don't want to
And
get
the
that.
reason that's right. The reason that works for me is because I rarely do a pot unless I have company. So for me, I'm just in my cup. I
Okay.
just do
All
a
right.
bag at a time.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you told us a little bit about how Girlfriend's Tea got started, right? So not only do you have a luxury tea, but you also have a podcast called Girlfriend's Tea with Sebrina. So with that being said, tell us a little bit about your podcast and how do you feel your show impacts the community?
Well, thank you. Well, first I want to say I'm thrilled that we are trademarked. So girlfriends tea,
Yes, yes, yes,
the
yes,
tea
yes.
is trademark. And I was told I really don't have to do the talk show because of my name being in it, but I'm going to trademark the talk show as well. How we benefit the community is by giving women a voice, like most podcasts, all podcasts, giving women a voice to share their story and for the
Mm-hmm.
audience to get information. So when the women are informed in advance about a talk show, they're able to come with their questions. I do my best to get most of the questions answered. The questions usually come from the women who are in my Facebook group. And I invite
Okay.
all women to join the Facebook group, Girlfriends Tea with Sebrina. It's a private Facebook group. It's a group where we feel safe talking about maybe sensitive subjects. It's rare, but the women feel safe in the private group. It's
Okay.
also an opportunity for businesses who have not yet scaled to raise awareness about what they're doing. And it's
Okay.
also it helps the community. For example, when I interviewed Dr. Keith Newby and we talked about heart health, we may have heard it, but we'll forget that 1 in 10 women
Mm.
1 in 10 women have heart disease. 1 in 10 women in the USA will die from heart disease. That's
Wow.
alarming.
That is
That's
alarming.
alarming. So we don't think about it. There's so much regarding health, right? There's so many
Yeah.
statistics, but the little things that we can do, like drinking water and exercise and truly watching our diet, can go a long way, a very
Yeah.
long way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad that you and your podcast, Girlfriends Tea with Sabrina, actually bring out those issues, because the more people, that we have that bring awareness out there, the more we can educate the community as well as the church, because, the community is a part of the church. So thank you for having Girlfriends Tea with Sabrina. I do have a question, because didn't you just come up with something with Afterglow?
Yes, Afterglow. And the reason I named that, I said, I was really enjoying it. And I hadn't done loose tea yet because I queried some of the women that are big fans of Girlfriend's Tea. And they're like, we don't like loose tea. I said, look, I'm gonna have to do loose tea because it only comes in loose.
Yeah.
So Afterglow, and I said, I just feel like maybe how Moses felt when his face shone. So I said,
Mm.
this is gonna be Afterglow. And that's the way I named it.
Ooh, she said I was feeling like Moses when he came down
It's
from Mount
so
Sinai.
good.
He was glowing up.
Yes, with the cucumber and tomatoes. I mean, I absolutely love it. And the hibiscus, it's sort of like Bella the Ball, but it
Yeah,
just with the cucumber and the tomato, it tastes a little different.
yeah. So we had a question, and it said, is the sample packet, is there an explanation of each flavor? And
Yes.
I am a witness to say yes. It is on each packet. Afterglow is a loose tea, right? So you
Yes.
definitely
It only
need.
comes loose.
Okay. So if you have the loose tea, what do we need, Sabrina?
You need an infuser. I have one in my cabinet, but I think they know. You need a tea ball or an infuser. When I first cooked my tea, or steeped my tea for a large group for everybody to sample, I had to go buy this huge steeper, and I got it from
Mhm.
Williams. Huge infuser. I got it from Williams Sonoma.
Okay. So Williams and Nober, they're getting the plug out there. You
Oh,
can go to
Amazon. You can get
Amazon.
one from Amazon, but I say
Uh-huh.
make sure you get one with high quality steel because they will. There's some that are cheap, but they will corrode on you, and you don't want that.
Oh man, I'm glad you said that, because it'll break off in your tea.
Well, it's just rusty. I don't want anything rusty going in
Mm.
my. I'm just telling you, the cheap ones, beware. You get that top
Right.
notch stainless steel.
Right. So he said, so I need to put on a veil before I drink the afterglow.
Now that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, so you guys have been tuning in to Real Talk with Ellasin. We have been talking with Sebrina Brown, CEO and founder of Girlfriends Tea, and she has been enlightening us about luxury tea. Now, so we're not name branding anything, right? But what's the difference between luxury tea and inexpensive tea?
Well, really, the antioxidants. Really,
Okay.
the antioxidants, higher in antioxidants. You want that so that it would help with oxidation of the body. But
Hmm.
of course, those who do luxury tea, you can see it again, unless in its natural state, like rooibos, is
Hmm.
fine tea. There's actually a tea called honeybush. Love it, love it, love it. And I'm
Honey
going to
Bush.
be
I love
honey
the
bush
name.
is sweet already. It needs no sweetener. And I'm telling you, I am going to name it Honey Child,
Honey,
Chile. That's going to be Honey
honey
Child.
child. I like that, honey
Honey
child. So
Child.
you gotta let me know when it's ready.
Yes, girl, I love it. But the difference is you can see the tea is not pressed down for those where the pieces are big. That's the difference.
Okay. Okay. So the pieces are bigger. You can see them.
Yes,
Probably
they're
less.
not pressed down. It's not pressed
Right.
down. It's not. No, you want to see what you're
Hmm.
drinking.
Yeah. So you had said that you were trademarked, right? And because this is Black Business Awareness Month, tell us the importance of being trademarked.
Let me tell y'all. I interviewed attorney Charmaine Robinson out of Chicago, and I chose her because I saw on social media how she was being recognized as the youngest attorney in I don't know if it's South Side or East Side, but some part of Chicago. But I started listening to her. And on the
Mm-hmm.
interview, she said something that I will never forget. She said, "You don't wait until you get big to brand.
Mm-hmm.
You should
Mm.
be vision casting already and wanting to trademark your brand simply because people can trademark before you." I have a friend, I won't she will
Right.
remain nameless, but she had a business and she told me, I'm telling you, I went 2 years before I trademarked, before I started. And as people were coming up to me, I knew it was God. She was
Yeah.
saying, "Look, girl, you out there on Roku, you're global, and you have girlfriend's tea, and you haven't trademarked yet." And then she
Mm.
shared a story of how someone took her name in the same industry. So let me say this. I
Wow.
used to think that girlfriend's tea, once I was trademarked, nobody could use it for anything. That's not true. They can't use it in tea because that's my category. But if somebody
Oh,
wanted it for furniture, there could be a girlfriend's tea in furniture. It just can't be in tea, and it's protected only in the United States. You'd have to apply internationally. But also your website. If someone wants to, like she talked about it on the show. She said, take
right.
for example, girlfriend's tea. I don't even own my URL. You really don't.
The domain name. Yeah.
Your domain name. They can take the domain name. I can get a letter telling me to cease and desist. You don't own anything, is what she said. You don't own anything until you deal with intellectual property,
Okay.
copyrights, trademarks, patents.
Yeah. So then basically what you're saying as a business owner, black business owner or not, get your stuff trademarked.
Get a trademark. I mean, and especially if it's your
Is it a
baby.
hard process?
It's a lengthy process. It used to take 9 to 12 months. Mine took a year and 2 months, but I had an attorney. But even if you go, you can do it yourself. I've had people, I'm going to do some myself. I want to do
Yeah.
it myself as well. But when it came to girlfriend's tea, everything's under that umbrella. I wanted to go through an attorney. And the experience was very interesting because an attorney will let you know red light, yellow light, green light. Green
Okay.
light is what you want to go for. She said, I feel 100% sure that you're going to get it for tea. But if you get a yellow light, then you're proceeding with caution. And you really shouldn't do it with a red light.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that because people suffer from the lack of knowledge, and a lot of us don't know to get it trademarked or get a LLC or different things like that. We just open up a business and don't do it right. So thank you for sharing that. When we did
I do
have a
want to
question
share one
that
thing. Okay, I
go
do
ahead.
want to share something else about that. What was surprising to me and alarming, she said it's not just small businesses. There are major corporations that have yet to trademark. So I just want to,
Wow.
I don't want to do that, but she said there are major corporations that yet to trademark.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So yeah, again, thank you for sharing, so that we will, now that we're educated on it, I like what you said. Don't wait until you big, right? And
That's right.
I like that because that spoke to me because it's like, you know what? Think big now.
Think big
Think
now.
big now, right? Think big now. Get your stuff trademarked, get your LLC, get your business license, be a legitimate business, right? So I
That's
like
right.
that you said don't wait until you are big. That's powerful because
I'll share
if you
another
think
tip
small,
too.
you stay small. Go ahead, Sabrina.
That's right. I'll share another tip because this is important, you all, because people were listening when she was speaking about it. You don't want to, as far as trademarking goes, I thought it was exact name. So when you're looking in that database and attorneys looking at that database, it's not just about girlfriend's tea. Take, for example, I'll make this up. If there's a show, but I'm not really making it up, show called Girlfriends and Cocktails. Now I'm thinking that's not a risk to me, girlfriend's tea, getting trademarked, but it kind of was as far
Mm,
as a talk show, because she said it's not only the name. Can people confuse girlfriends and cocktails as being girlfriend's tea? It's deep. And then
wow.
each attorney is different. So it's kind of
Yeah,
subjective when it comes to
right.
that.
So would you recommend getting an attorney or doing it on your own? Because it sounds like some of the lingo we might not know.
You might not know it, but I would say this person, a representative at the trademark office, and friends of mine, you can do it on your own. And here's why I would encourage that. I'm glad I did it with an attorney. I'm not going to do it with an attorney for everything. I plan to trademark a whole lot more. It's only $300+. I think it's
Okay.
380. Don't quote me. Under $400. But when you get an attorney, depends upon the attorney. If you're going to pay $1,500 or $2,000, even if you get it wrong the first time, I mean, you've got several times, at least 3 or 4 tries to get it right. But
Okay.
I'm glad I went through the first process with an attorney because I do have some knowledge.
Right.
And so
That's
I
good.
gave myself, I would recommend if you can afford it, start with an attorney. And then for all the other ones you want to do, just do it on your own.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So you've been watching Real Talk with Ellasin, and we are talking with Sebrina Brown, CEO and founder of Girlfriends Tea. Now, Sebrina, how does Girlfriends Tea give back to the community, right? And do you partner with people? Can people partner to help you give back to the community? Speak to that.
Well, we're not as cohesive as I would like us to be. When it comes to the conferences, they're there. When it comes to the table talk and tea, but we have gone out and supported other restaurants when we go out and eat. So we're supporting small businesses. I'm asking the women to join me with the Heart Association for the walk. And I believe
Mm,
that's going to be
good.
in November. Yes.
Yes.
So I want to help give back to the community in that way.
Yeah, the Heart Association. I think that's good to be a part of that, especially knowing that teas can help. So that's really good. And like you said, what did you say? 1 in 10, one in
One in
five,
10 women. 1 in 10
one in
women.
10 women will have some kind of heart disease.
They
So
die from it. They actually die from it in the USA. Number one
wow. Okay.
killer.
So
The number one killer of women in the USA is heart disease.
okay. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Not cancer, heart
Mm-mm.
disease.
Killer
Not
though.
sugar,
Yes.
heart disease.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay. So I know you have some things brewing in the background, and we're not just talking about tea. So we're not going to go all deep into that, but congratulations to those things that are brewing. But there's one other thing because I know Girlfriends Tea is on social media. But if I'm not mistaken, soon you'll be on Netflix under the poolside cooking, right? Tell us a little bit about that. And
Well,
yay.
praise God, right? Poolside Cooking approached me about being on their Roku channel. So I was on Roku along with a few others. And that's where I had the greatest run as far as views. Maya Shaka's interview generated 1 million views, not in one show, because what I like about Roku, it's like YouTube. The interview
Mm-hmm.
is always there. It doesn't disappear. It's not like syndicated television. So I had hundreds of thousands to 1 million views. Well, Netflix bought Roku. So right now we're in the cooling off phase where there are no new shows being uploaded. So
Mm-hmm.
sometime in 2024, I'm told that we will be on Netflix. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, 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 yes. Listen, guys, y'all congratulate her. Congratulations. I'm
Great.
super proud of you. 2024, you believe it or not, is right around the corner, right?
Yes.
We already 3 days down into August 2023.
Come on.
So congratulations to you. And you get these things, including the stuff that's brewing in the background, not by just sitting, in your chair sipping on tea, but actually being engaged in the community and actually believing in yourself and promoting yourself, right?
Yes. I'd like to add also that Girlfriend's Tea, I'm grateful for the Renaissance in Portsmouth. They're carrying the tea. They're serving it to their premier customers, diamond, platinum, gold customers, as well as in the canteen. So people can buy that same sample pack that you have, that same flavor pack, and be able to purchase the tea. As a result of that, they've had one customer, one of their clients, she wants to use Girlfriend's Tea at her huge banquet coming up in the fall. Also, Girlfriend's Tea is partnering with Taste, and we're going to have our first high tea with Taste coming up next month with Pastor Ginger Simpson. So I'm
Yes.
excited about that. And then Riverstone Chop House will be
Yes.
carrying Girlfriend's Tea soon on their menu.
Yes, so that's all local stuff here in Virginia, but those are all well known, right? Really, really, really nice restaurants and hotels, right? And then Taste. Tell us a little bit about Taste for those people that don't know what Taste is.
Okay, Taste. Well, sandwiches and soups the best in the world, and they have also grocery items that you can purchase off the shelves. But it's not going to be in their one of 9 locations. We're going to be in Xenia, so I'll be working with the catering team on that part, serving the
Yes,
tea in their restaurant exclusively. And it's
yes,
called Xenia. And Xenia is in the Chrysler Museum. It used to be Wisteria.
yeah,
Interestingly, I used to invite the women from the women's luncheon. We met 2 or 3 times at Wisteria.
yeah. So I want to say this, right? Congratulations again. But I heard you say, well, it's only in the Chrysler. It's in the Chrysler Museum, girlfriend.
Yes, yes. Did I say it's only in the Chrysler? I love the
Yes,
Chrysler.
ma'am, you
Oh, no, no,
did.
no. Oh, I know why I said that. I wanted to emphasize because when you say Taste, people think about the locations.
Okay,
So I was saying
okay.
it's not in the one of 9 locations. It's only going to be served in the Chrysler because I didn't want people going in the stores
Right,
in the
saying we want
retail
some
outlets.
girlfriend's
Yeah,
tea.
give me some girlfriend's tea. There you
I
go.
need some of that afterglow.
Yes, but I love the Chrysler Museum. Beautiful,
It
beautiful.
is. It is. It is. So, yes, we are super proud of you. And that's what we talk about because, again, like I said, this is August. We celebrate Black businesses, right? So, this is Black Business Month. So, again, congratulations, not only on Girlfriend's Tea, but on Girlfriend's Tea with Sabrina, the podcast, your trademark, and all that. Congratulations to you. I'm super, super, super proud of you. I know her, guys.
And I know you.
I know, and Netflix. We can't forget about that. And on Netflix at Poolside Cooking. So let me ask you this because I know we talked about trademark a little bit. What are some lessons you learned about starting up your business?
Whoa. Well, I've learned that I don't know a lot. I'll put it that way. I've learned that I don't know a lot the more I engage with other entrepreneurs who have been in the game for quite some time. One of the main lessons I've learned, I would say more recently, is you really have to be strategic about managing your time. I
Mm-hmm.
have a passion. I love I love promoting others. I love going live at any event that I go to promote others. But I had to reel it in some because I have to remember I'm in business to make money. You know,
Mm-hmm.
is that generating money? So at the end of the day, you have to do on the end of the week, you have to do your own assessment. Where am I in continuing this? Also, keep the vision before you. What does the Bible say? Write the vision, make it plain, but we have to keep it before us so that we can
Mm-hmm.
stay on track. So I
Yeah.
have a tendency to get caught up in the weeds. So I
Mm.
went old school. I used to put it on my phone. Well, when the day passes, I forget about that to-do list. And I'm certainly not going to put that whole to-do list out for the whole week. So I have a huge flip chart where, and I just put my post-it notes up there and they
Good.
don't come off until that task is done.
That's
You
good.
have to help yourself. You have to know yourself. Know
That's
yourself.
right.
And I would say my life is for Christ. It's a witness for Christ.
Come
But I
on now.
also like the saying of to thine own self be true. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't cancel Christ, but to thine own self, whom God has made you, be true. Because you're more apt to weather the storm when it's your passion than if it's you just following someone else. Find out
Yeah.
what your passion is, and maybe your passion, it may not be the money maker, but it's glory to God. But you still
Yeah.
have to do something in the money making field that you
Yeah.
would do for free that
Yeah.
you absolutely love.
Wow, to thine own self be true. I I love that because yeah, you got to know
You
yourself.
gotta know
So
yourself.
if you don't know yourself, how are you going to run a successful business, right? Because if you don't know yourself, if you don't know your passion, and a lot of people say write the vision and make it plain, they forget the other part of that. So you may go back and revert to it, right? I'm just paraphrasing. So write the vision, make it plain, not stuff it in a drawer somewhere, but keep it visible so you can go that back and view it and work towards that vision. And then you too can be trademarked like Girlfriend's Tea.
I'm telling you, that was a process, and I was so excited to announce that. You would think you thought I won something.
Yes, yes, yes. So Sabrina, I want to talk about two other teas, and we're gonna put. I don't know if it's the picture of the teas up there, but we still gonna post your pictures up there anyway, so people can see how beautiful your teas are. So the ones that I have in my hand is Sir Earl Grey, right?
Yeah.
Sir Earl Grey and Genuinely Scottish Black. Talk to
Yes.
me a little bit about those.
They are black teas. And
Okay.
so sometimes I will have customers come to me and say, I have high blood pressure, so I can't. So this is the importance of identifying those on the packet. It say caffeine is, I'll say none, or caffeine free. But if it has caffeine, it's either low, normal, or high. But Earl Grey is a black tea, and
Okay.
Earl Grey, it features a caffeine boost. But it helps to improve immunity. It boosts your metabolism, fights anxiety, etc.
Really?
Yeah, Earl Grey. And I named it Sir Earl Grey because I just wanted to have, again, I'm trying to be unique, and you can't change Earl Grey. I mean, I would
Yeah.
have never named it anything other than that, because those who love Earl Grey would drink it and say, this is nothing but Earl Grey. So I just
I
named it
just
Sir
somebody
Earl
just
Grey.
said I love Earl Grey tea.
Yeah. I have people
Yes,
who
Tammy.
know. I have people who know Earl Grey, and they have. Oh, I have a cream Earl Grey, but I'm not that into Earl Grey. I'm sorry, y'all. I was not going to have all those different benefits of Earl Grey,
Right.
but
So yes,
genuinely,
so
mhm,
go ahead. So genuinely Scottish Black. Tell us about that.
it's a black tea, but it has a caramel scent to it. If I
Mm,
had to choose anything as a coffee, true coffee substitute, I would say genuinely Scottish Black. It smells delicious. Black tea helps to promote heart health. It reduces the risk of stroke, improves your focus, lowers your blood sugar levels, and so many more. But so many people can't have a lot of black tea because
mhm.
it may make them hyper.
Right.
Even for
Okay.
me, I can't drink a lot of black tea. I don't. When I drink coffee, I don't make it at home. I drink Starbucks, to be quite honest. But
Right.
I drink
Girl,
decaf.
they done went up to $7 and change.
Oh
Anyway,
no, I can't
it's not
mess with
about
them.
Starbucks.
Yes, but I do. I get Starbucks because I don't drink it that much, and I love their decaf with
Okay.
almond milk.
Yes. Well, guys, if you guys are just tuning in, we have been talking with Sebrina Brown of Girlfriends Tea, and we have been pulling on different teas from her sample pack that you can order online. It's scrolling across your screen, www.girlfriendstea.com, right? Not only because this is August and it's Black Business Owners Awareness Month, but go ahead and support her, especially if you tea lovers. And listen, I have them all. I think this is my third sample pack.
Well,
So,
awesome. That's awesome. I want to say in line with that, with Black Business Owners Month, Dr. LaTosha Flowers, she's also African American.
yes,
And she
yes,
really
yes,
is a
yes.
medical doctor, and she supports
Hold the book up one more time so our viewers can see it.
TRX, the
T.
blueprint to customize medicine. And this is her on the back. I was actually
Okay.
referred to her by my eye doctor, Dr. Stephanie Mariano.
Wow, your eye
Mhm.
doctor.
Yes. Yeah, she loves that I'm doing tea. And she said, I know someone who's really into tea, and she's a medical doctor.
That is awesome. So I'm going to get that because I love tea. And like I said, in our family, we say a cup of tea makes everything okay. Right. So now, if we get the book, we can really know what cup of tea will make everything okay. So thank you so much. And again, because August is Black Business Awareness Month, thanks again for sharing that and bringing us to our knowledge, because I never knew, I never heard of her.
I never heard of her either, but I think it's wonderful. As we know, some doctors are into holistic ways instead of, giving us all that medicine. Also, I want to make sure that I emphasize that tea, first of all, men love girlfriend's tea because men drink fruity drinks, but it's just the name. I get it, the
Yeah.
name girlfriend's tea, but they drink it. But it makes a great gift, ladies, not just for birthdays, for bridal shower gifts, for the bridal party, and especially for those who are grieving. It was one gentleman friend of mine who purchased 5 bags of girlfriend's tea and took it to his family's house, and they were so appreciative. They thought it was the
Mm,
most thoughtful gift.
yeah. So I want you to so you said it's for guys. Listen,
Well, they love it. They
if
love
you
the other
buy the
bourbon.
pack, listen, Sabrina, let me help you out because this is your business, but I'm gonna help them out right now. So buy the sample pack, right, ladies? And keep everything except Sir Earl Grey and generally Scottish Black. Give them the ones that
But you know
keep
what?
me from that.
The other bourbon,
Oh
and I
yeah,
might
the
come out
other bourbon.
the
Yeah, you
other
gotta.
bourbon.
You got. So we had a comment to say hold the book up. So hold the book up one more time, and then I want to talk about the other bourbon.
Yes.
Hold it up. Hold it up.
Oh,
Hold it up.
oh, you
Hold
want
it
me
up.
to? Okay.
Hold it up. So it's
The blueprint to
TRX.
customize
The
medicine.
blueprint to customize medicine by turn it around. Who's it by?
Dr. LaTosha Flowers.
Dr. LaTosha Flowers.
He's an
Okay.
MD.
Yes, she's an MD. Yes, get the book. Get the book. Get the book. Okay, so let's talk about the other bourbon because you know when people hear the word bourbon, they already thinking about a hot toddy.
Come on, come on. I know they are, but it is the best smelling tea, but it's all rooibos and some calendula petals, but it does have some almonds in it. It has some almond pieces in it. So if you're allergic to nuts, then that wouldn't be the one for you. But rooibos tea is good for the management of diabetes and weight loss, and it's high in antioxidants. So it's a red tea, but it's an herbal tea that comes from the fermented leaves somewhere in South Africa. I can't say the name, so a plant in South Africa. I'm not even
Okay,
gonna
so
attempt to say it.
you said that the other bourbon has nuts in it. Is there like a warning or anything in there just in case?
Well, I have put it on there now. I put a little strip that says I
Okay.
didn't have it on the others, but I have it on there now that says contains almond pieces.
Okay, that's good. That's
Mhm.
good. Look at you. That's what I'm talking about. Be about
Yeah.
your business, Sabrina.
But you know why I missed it? Because there's another version of that I had, and it didn't have almonds in it. But I like that version.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So that's good. So we talked about your teas. I think we covered all of them, right? I think we covered most of them anyway, and how you got the name Peppermint Wow, Good Morning Sunshine, which is one of my favorites. Belle of the Ball, of course. And what was the other one? Something Berry. I like that one cold.
Unapologetically Barry. And the reason
Unapologetic.
I named it is because, listen, and it's not being conceited. What is it that you know? This is a nugget for you all, and you too, Ellison. What is it that you know, men and women, that you're absolutely good at, that you're unapologetic about? We all
Mm,
have gifts and talents, and don't
yeah,
apologize for your gifts and talents. So
that's
this
right.
thing is unapologetically Barry. That's it.
Okay. I like mine's hot as well as cold too. I put some crushed
Yes.
ice in it and drink it. And your tea, we don't. What do you recommend? The raw. I put raw honey. What would you recommend to put in it? I don't
Raw honey.
recommend sugar. One time I tried it with sugar and it was good, but I liked it with the raw honey and I felt like
Yeah.
it was more healthier.
It is more healthy. That's why I use the honey. I don't do refined. I try not to. Of course, I'm going to eat a slice of cake occasionally, but raw honey is good. Some people like stevia. I don't really care for stevia. It's in Apple Spice Divine, but I like honey.
Okay. All right. So get your raw honey. And honey is also good because especially if you get your local honey, because it can help with the allergies and different things
Right.
like that. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning.
I did not know that until a girlfriend told me that local honey, people want local honey because of the allergies that they have. I never knew
Yes.
that.
Yes, 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 yes. So, right now, what we are going to do is we are going to take this small break. And when we come back from our break, Sabrina will give us another nugget and I'll have some tips. We'll be right back. All right. Welcome back to Real Talk with Ellison, and I am Ellison, and we are talking with Sebrina Brown, of CEO and founder of Girlfriends Tea. Carolyn says she gonna
I
make me
love it.
send her whole check for all the teas. Carolyn, no, it's a you get like I 1, 2, 3. How many, Sabrina? You get
You
like a
get
whole
12, 12, all 12 flavors, and there's 2 in each bag. But I can't wait to unleash the loose tea samples pack. It's going to be Afterglow. These are the heavy hitters, y'all. The most popular. Afterglow, Belle of the Ball, Unapologetically Berry, Uniquely Golden, and the other bourbon. OMG. I mean, you get maybe 8 to 10 cups per one per bag. So,
Yeah.
and I can't wait. I'm going to put it up there. I keep saying, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I have the teas, and we have the enrichment coming up, the marriage enrichment coming up September 9th. I'm so glad that you're going to be a part of us there. Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. So, yes, I will make sure I be stingy with my tea, but I will make sure Eric gets some of it.
And she said,
So
when will they
Carolyn
be
said,
ready?
when will they be ready? So I
Actually,
believe
they're already ready. I just have to put them on a Square site. I'm going to do it tonight, Carolyn. I'm going to
okay.
put it up tonight. I just hadn't done it yet. So the
But
bags are
the
already
loose
bagged.
teas, the
They're
loose
loose
teas are what
tea.
you got to do, but the ones in the packages are ready already.
Oh, yes, the samples packs are ready. But the
Yeah.
loose tea is what I will put it on the site tonight. And it'll probably be, well, I don't want to say what it'll be, but it'll be several bags for the same price of
Okay.
$20.
Okay. And for the loose tea, you said have like a cylinder, or I have my electric one right here that I got from Amazon that I just drop everything in here and let it brew when it's ready in less than 2 minutes.
Yes, it doesn't take long at all. But I do have a nugget. I know you wanted to close with a
Yep.
nugget.
Go ahead with your nugget.
Another nugget is in business, you have to have thick skin because you're going to get opinions from everybody about what you do. But when it's your baby, you can be a little defensive. And so I'll say this, just like tea, sometimes we are given a cup of tea that we don't want to drink from. Like they say, it's not my cup of tea, but it's a cup of tea that you must drink in order to grow. So be
Mm.
able to grow.
Oh, that's good. I like that. I like that. Thank you for your nugget. And I wanted to give some tips about luxury tea as well as how we can support Black owned businesses. Luxury tea, right? We talked about the one from China that was 1.2 million. We talked about your pricing. People may think it's expensive, but listen, luxury tea is worth it because of the leaf quality, the price, the appearance, the flavor, the brewing time, which Sabrina enlightened us about that, the color, how it's cultivated, as well as its nutrients. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know about the book yet, but the book that Sabrina held up by, that Black MD, TRX, she's probably got more about it in that book. Now, with this being August being Black Business Awareness Month, how can you support your Black owned businesses? Shop at Black owned businesses, right? Shop with us. Learn about Black business history. I gave you guys some history before, not just Tulsa, Oklahoma, but in Virginia and Mississippi and North Carolina. There were also Black Wall Streets there. Get involved in your community, right? That's the best thing we can do, is get involved in our community. Spread the word about those Black businesses that you support. Spread the word. And most involved, invest in them. Invest in them. Y'all heard me tell Sebrina I'm on my third sample pack. I have her on here because I believe in her. I believe in her business because she believes in her and she believes in her business. So I want to say the whole month of August, we're going to have coaches in the community on Real Talk with Ellasin. Tell a friend, show up, support me. I'm Black owned, right? Most importantly, we are lovers of Christ, right? And we on Real Talk with Ellasin, we share how to be more involved, engaged, and we hope that you guys are gaining insight, right? Tell a friend about the marriage enrichment. You can get some tea with Sebrina there. She's also going to be one of our vendors on September 9th. All right, thank you so much for tuning in to Real Talk with Ellasin. God bless. See y'all next Thursday at 7 p.m. Mwah.